Yeah, very nice. And they congratulate us for being good. They do have titles. I saw them, not here because I'm.
You can hear us? Awesome, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna mute it now. I'm gonna mute it now for a minute.
Everybody's gonna, the little audio is on. Hey, keep the jokes, clean.
The guys were there yesterday, more than him. He said, and then, yeah, the whole call. Because they wouldn't even accept it.
Yeah, and then, see John there. Yeah. Oh.
Yes, the way she was.
I have many feelings about that, yes.
Yeah, they gotta keep saving it. No, so that's you were.
Are we to say if they don't? Giving us like. Recognize. They had a bunch of things that they had to leave. What's the name of those? Because you already know. It's not going to go. You've got to. Yeah.
Gotta be funny for that, I guess.
Yeah, you've seen it.
So I'm gonna bring up Rossi. Well, yesterday was for night for action. Then yeah, I've got monthly or when they have some kids or home. So I'm. No, I'm saying that's right. I text her when I know that we.
So how's it work out? I will believe it. I never have one in the place.
I agree. Yeah, I know, because that way they can have.
Hey, Tony.
To be able to out. Yeah. I will do that, yeah, I'll let her know. Yeah. Very.
I haven't looked at that. Yeah. There was a lot of people that took a plan. So that's what I was.
Right, we're gonna have That helped me. Making sure that I follow.
Well, which side of the? Either one.
Yeah. Mine is here for reason. Already.
The newsletter. A synopsis of the night.
And I think we have. I was start saying. Never get one at your stage. Sounds like. So Barb was concerned with. Mike, not really, you know, say. Either one of us would be on. I mean.
Morning. I only get to do that once every 2 years, so I had to take advantage. I might do it 3 or 4 more times before the chair is elected. So I'm gonna call the meeting to order of the county board and the organizational meeting. There's gonna be a brief moment of silence for our troops, law enforcement officers, and emergency responders, followed by a prayer invocation and the pledge of allegiance. Supervisor Couches has already offered to be giving the prayer this morning, so. See him.
May God grant us the wisdom to discover the right, the will to choose it, and the strength to make it endure. Amen.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'm now gonna call the roll. Showalter is absent. Hamburg. Here. Newman.
Good morning.
Good morning. Shepherd. Here. Fisher.
Here.
Condado. Here. Briggs.
Here.
Ottinger.
Here.
Burns.
Here.
Hess.
Here.
Jensen.
Here.
Kilborn.
Here.
Sorgo. Here. Halowinski.
Here.
Lopez. Here. Simmons.
Here.
Reed.
Good morning.
Good morning. Couches.
Here.
Almakinder.
Here.
Schultz.
Here.
Cushing.
Present.
20 county board supervisors present and 1 absent. We are now going to have all of the county board members sworn in. This morning, we have Judge Mary Sawinski with us to swear in the new supervisors. You have your oath in front of you. Please follow along with Judge Sawinski as she recites the oath. Insert your name and your district into the 2 sections that are underlined on your oath. Once we've completed all of the oaths and everything's done, please sign the bottom of that, and then I'll have you all pass them forward. And once completed, I'll have Judge Sawinski sign them, and I'll get you all back a copy of it.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for your service. And please raise your right hand.
Do you want them to stand, Judge?
If they would prefer to stand, that would be terrific. Please stand. I say.
Where I support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Wisconsin and the whole. So help me God.
Congratulations, and thank you again.
Thank you. We'll take a moment, if you can all sign them and then pass them forward.
Oh, we have to initiate the new numbers.
That would be an issue, how do you want
Well,
it?
that's after the meeting.
Is that after, okay.
The secret part of the process.
All right, do I have everybody? Okay. All right. So now we are going to go to the elections of the county board chair, first vice chair, second vice chair, and public works committee. There is a packet of ballots in front of all of you, various colored ballot. Anyone can nominate a supervisor for the respective county board chair, first vice chair, second vice chair, or public works committee. The chair, vice chair, and second vice chair are secret ballots. So once we nominate and pass the ballot, Heidi will come around, collect them, we'll stir them up so that there's no figuring out who voted which way. However, the Public Works Committee is not a secret ballot, and therefore your names have been pre-filled on the ballot, just so you are aware. Just a reminder that when a county board supervisor is nominated, there is not a second needed, so a nomination just needs one supervisor to make that. Once all of the nominations have been made, there will be a motion to close the vote. However, if there is only one nomination made for any of those positions, there can be a motion to waive the county rules of procedure and close the nominations and to have the clerk cast a unanimous ballot for the nominated supervisor. If that happens, we'll then take a roll call vote to complete that. If there are multiple nominations, you will use the ballot in front of you to cast your vote. Once we get to that, I'll let you know which color ballot you're looking for, although it says in very large print on there what the office is, but I'll remind you. Once all of the ballots have been cast, Heidi will collect the votes, I will count votes. Any questions about the process? All right, let me get my form out. I will now open the floor for nominations for the county board chair. Supervisor Freed,
I'd like to nominate Scott Holowinski.
are there any other nominations? Okay, seeing none, I would entertain a motion to waive the county board rules of procedure, close nominations, and have the clerk cast a unanimous ballot for Holowinski.
So moved.
I know it's playing.
Schultz?
Aye.
Yes. Yep, 10 seconded, Rob for Jensen,
Aye.
Freed,
Aye.
Condado,
Aye.
Hamburg, Hess,
Aye.
Lopez,
Aye.
Couches,
Aye.
Shepherd,
Aye.
Almakinder,
Aye.
Briggs,
Aye.
Kilborn,
Aye.
Timmons,
Aye.
Cushing,
Aye.
Newman,
Aye.
Sorgo,
Aye.
Ottinger,
Aye.
Burns,
Aye.
Fisher,
Aye.
Holowinski,
Aye.
20 aye, 1 absent. Scott Holowinski is the 2026-2027 county board chair.
Second.
What do we do with this?
That's
Oh,
I better get over there. All right, at this time, I'd like to thank the whole board for having trust in my leadership to vote for me for my third term as your county board chairman. Also, I'd like to congratulate all of the returning board of supervisor members and also acknowledge our first term supervisors, Sandy Hamburg, Andrea Shepherd, Mary Roth Burns, and Kyle Kilburn. I now start my 25th year on the county board along with Ted Cushing and serving with my 83rd county board supervisors today. I want to talk about the positive accomplishments that the county board did for the past 2 years to save money and improve the quality of services. We completed the elimination of the Tri-County Human Service Program of Oneida Forest and Vilas County, into each county having their own human service center. And we did this with all 3 counties agreeing on how we settled ownership of buildings and assets, along with distribution of remaining funds. We also agreed that if any costs for the old human service program materialized, that each county would pay their share of the debt. Social services and human services are now under one department and committee. The next item was the creation of a county administrative coordinator position, which is a go-between the county board supervisors and departments. This position reports to the executive committee, which coordinates management functions not assigned to other elected officials or commissions. It assists the county board supervisors with reports, agendas, and policies research. It also developing, maintaining, and training department heads on countywide procedures, processes, and manuals. She also assists in the proper preparation of our annual budget and participates in the county risk management program. The administrative coordinator puts out a monthly newspaper to keep all county supervisors informed on what's happening in all county departments. We eliminated the administrative committee made up of 5 supervisors and created the executive committee made up of 7 supervisors. The county board chairman, first and second vice chairs are automatically on this committee, and the chair appoints 4 additional supervisors to the committee. The committee oversees the county's core administrative functions, acting as a direct link between the county board and the departmental operations. We have also created a much better head of department yearly evaluation form, which all supervisors can input on it. It is now a better system to keep heads of departments accountable to their job descriptions, talk about what's positive that they are doing, what's not being done to expectations, and how to improve them. Now the financial end of it. Between 2002 and 2025, the federal government gave us roughly 7 million additional funds called the American Rescue Plan Act, or ARPA. This money went to major capital projects in about 12 county departments. This money is no longer available moving forward. Our average levy limit for 2024-2025 was $161,000 approximately. Our average wages and benefits for 24 and 25 was $1.1 million. That's a shortfall of how much we can increase our levy by approximately over $900,000, almost 5 times as much as the budget shortfall in 2020-2023. From 2021 to 2024, a 4-year average, an audited $3.5 million was the difference between revenues versus expenditures. That money went back to the general fund to fund capital projects. Our 2025 unaudited estimated at $0 return to the general fund to fund future capital projects. Over the years, we've increased revenue of stumpage, zoning fees, registered fees, housing of inmates, and moved some of the expenditures into non-levy limit accounts to balance our budget. And now we are running out of options for a balanced budget. We have to look, do we want to cut back on ambulance service, law enforcement, less winter maintenance on our roads, less road construction to repair our county roads, or maintenance of our county facilities? Or do we address wages and benefits and all non-mandated services? These will be the hard decisions moving forward of this county board. Okay. At this time, we will go on to item number 5, item number 6, election of county board first vice chair. I'll now open the floor for nominations.
Scott,
Go ahead.
I'd like to nominate Russ Fisher.
Ted Cushing's nominating Russ Fisher.
I'll second that.
Is there any other nominations? Any other nominations?
Motion to close and.
So the motion will be to waive the county board rules of procedure and close the nominations, and then the clerk cast a unanimous ballot for Russ Fisher. That's your motion?
And for him to give a speech.
It was a wake-up call.
Yes, that's my
Okay,
motion.
there was a motion, is there a second?
I'll second.
And Michael seconded. Clerk will call the roll on the motion.
Kilborn,
Yep.
Condado. Aye. Newman.
Aye.
Shepherd.
Aye.
Timmons.
Aye.
Hess.
Aye.
Burns. Ottinger.
Aye.
Briggs.
Aye.
Reed.
Aye.
Paul McKinder.
Aye.
Cushing.
Aye.
Couches.
Aye.
Schultz.
Aye.
Fisher.
Aye.
Lopez. Aye. Sorgo.
Yes.
Hamburg. Aye. Jensen.
Aye.
Halowitsky.
Aye.
20 aye, 1 absent.
20 aye, 1 absent, motion passes. Russ Fisher is the first vice chair. And by the way, Russ Fisher holds the record for the shortest county board meeting of 9 minutes. We'll move on to item number 7, election of county board second vice chair. At this time, I'll open the floor for nominations.
Nominate Michael Pelches.
Okay, we have Michael Tuckness. Is there any other nominations? Ted?
I'd like to nominate Dan Hess.
Dan Hess? Is there any other nominations? Okay, at this time, I need a motion to close nominations for the second vice chair.
I'll make that motion to close nominations for the second vice chair.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Clerk will call the roll.
Newman. Newman.
This is just.
What did we do? Just.
Just to close nominations. Sorry.
Took me a minute to catch.
That's okay. Paul McKinder.
Aye.
Cushing.
Aye.
Jensen.
Aye.
Hamburg. Aye. Fisher.
Aye.
Condado.
Aye.
Burns.
Aye.
Sorgo.
Aye.
Schultz.
Aye.
Lopez. Aye. Shepherd. Aye. Kilborn.
Aye.
Timmons.
Aye.
Couches.
Aye.
Briggs.
Aye.
Reed.
Aye.
Hess.
Aye.
Ottinger.
Aye.
Halowitsky.
Aye.
20 aye, 1 absent.
20 aye, 1 absent, the motion passes. You will now vote on your yellow.
Yep.
Yellow ballot for either Hess or Couches.
Yes.
You want me to read them to the gentleman?
Sure. Yeah, hey, you.
Yeah.
Is everybody ready? You might need another minute. Yeah, we're good.
You get a bigger bunch of the mess and you mix them up now.
Yeah. People didn't appreciate it when they just.
I know. You can tell. Make sure you mix them up with.
Yes.
Get a variety of stuff.
If it sounds good.
Like state statute. I mean, she's got.
Right, pass it. Couches. Hess. Connors. Hess. 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 Contis. Hess. Hess. Contis. Hess. Contis. Contis. Hess. 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 Contis. Hess. That one.
Yep, that was 20. So we have 7 Touches and 13 Hess.
Congratulations.
So Hess is the second vice chair and I've got nothing on him. All right. We're gonna take the other one for the next. Okay, we'll move on to, election of the Public Works Committee members. At this time, I'll open the floor for nominations. We'll start. Oh, okay,
Louis Freeh.
Billy,
Alan Kinder.
Rob Jensen.
Okay, hang on, slow down.
that's,
You're going to pass it. I mean, I'm pretty good at writing, but
all right,
Sorrel, you did Jensen?
Yes.
That's
Dan,
Ted Cushing.
Roberts.
Very good.
Okay.
Reed, Almond, Jensen, Cushing, Ottinger.
I'll nominate, Hess. 1, 2, 3, that right?
We have 6.
2,
We have 6 nominations.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay. Any other nominations for Public Works? Okay, at this time we'll close, I need a motion to close the nominations for the Public Works Committee.
I'll make that motion.
Robert
Second.
and Jensen second.
Yes.
At this time, I'd like to just go around because, there's new people on the board.
Take a roll.
Pardon me?
Yeah,
All right, clerk will call the roll.
Hamburg. Aye. Hess,
Aye.
Schultz,
Aye.
Cushing,
Aye.
Timmons,
Aye.
Kilborn,
Aye.
Jensen,
Aye.
Ottinger.
Aye.
Shepherd. Aye. Condado. Aye. Sorrel,
Aye.
Newman.
Aye.
Lopez.
Aye.
Couches,
Aye.
Burns,
Aye.
Almond,
Aye.
Reed,
Aye.
Fisher,
Aye.
Briggs,
Aye.
Halowinski,
Aye.
20 aye, 1 absent.
20 aye, 1 absent, the motion passes. Okay, at this time, I'd like to have each nominee tell the board what makes them qualified to be on the Public Works Committee and what are the major challenges for the next 2 years. Why don't you read the names as they were in?
So nominated were Freed,
Let Free go first then. Billy?
Good morning. I've been on the highway committee, I think the last 2 go-arounds. I've also been a chair of the executive committee that actively works on the budget. I think it's a nice relationship to have. There's a lot going on with the highway department as far as moving forward with funding for just doing the roads that need to be done, the equipment they need to do the work. And then more importantly, an aging building that we've been working on a number of different options over the years. And I think it's going in the right direction, slowly but surely, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, but with the new highway commissioner, I think it would be good to have consistency from the direction that the county was going when Alex was in charge.
Almond,
I've been on the highway committee for 6 years now. And there's a lot of,
Move forward.
there's a lot of challenges ahead of us with the inflation and budget restraints. Cost of equipment, cost of repairing roads, we have a big challenge ahead. I feel there's a lot of issues that aren't resolved yet. I've been very involved in what to do with the new building. I have gone through the building with Dan, looking at issues and I feel that I've been in, I've been a businessman in construction all my life, so I'm very well versed in, issues, so I'd like to continue on with this and see it resolved at some point.
Jensen?
Or you can retire. Chair, thank you for the opportunity. I was first elected on the Public Works Committee in 2014. During that time, I've also served as chair, I think 2 or 4 years. I was also selected by the other highway commissioners in North Central District to serve on their advisory committee, a position that Mr. Cushing holds now. And I have a sincere interest in that facility and was part of the original highway study facility and the options that were presented. And I think we really need to continue our work to get this full county board all the information on the highway facility. Whether we continue to do the band meetings by just doing 5,000 a year out of the general fund, and whether we look at 3 options that were presented back in 2014, 2015. I think my administrative experience has been helpful for that committee, and I appreciate that. I think I have knowledge of road building and knowledge of local county committee, and I look forward to representing this county board and that committee for 2 more years. Thank you.
Cushing?
Yes, I've been on the highway committee for 12 years. I've chaired it for the last 6 years. I was voted onto the Wisconsin County Highway Association Board of Directors for the North Central District, which I thoroughly enjoy. You gain a lot of important information, learning what other counties are doing, and the networking that can take place. We have some pretty big obstacles. The building is one of them. The cost of equipment is mind-boggling. And the maintenance of equipment is just incredible. You could be on this committee for 24 years and probably not understand it completely, especially the budget. But anyhow, I would appreciate your vote and we'll go on from there.
Ottinger?
Okay, I've been in the construction business probably 30 years. Pretty much understand everything that these guys have been talking about, been dealing with 30 years. Dealing with employees, I deal with the same issues that the highway department's dealing with every day. So I feel like I help the other supervisors, with decisions.
Hess?
I've been on the highway committee for the last 2 years. I think it's an awesome committee. If you look at our county infrastructure, we must continue to improve it. Public safety on the roadways is very high on the list. We're probably right under law enforcement and social services, but it's important to keep our infrastructure up to speed. With the budgeting, my background as a public administrator, I understand budgeting very well. We have to look at different grants related to county highway infrastructure. I think it's really important to look at the ARIP grants, the LRIP grants, and all the rest of them that may be involved in this. But I would appreciate your vote, and that's that. We do have a big building to deal with. There's a lot of decay in our building, and we must continue to improve our building infrastructure as well.
So I was on the highway committee for 20 years and my wife was watching on Zoom to make sure I didn't get voted on that committee. Right, at this time, you have the white slips, go through names one more time, the 6 names, and you can vote 1 or you can vote up to 5 people.
So we have Supervisor Freed, Supervisor Almakinder, Supervisor Jensen, Supervisor Cushing, Supervisor Ottinger, and Supervisor Hess.
Well, read them one more time.
Yep. Freed, Almakinder, Jensen, Cushing, Ottinger, and Hess. The name does not have to be spelled correctly, as long as I can understand your intent. We're good. Thank you.
We were saved with Paulowski.
Exactly. Is everybody, does anybody need more time? Okay, Heidi will collect the ballots.
Thank you.
I'll read so it's not a secret ballot, it would be the same as if we were taking a roll call vote on each name, so. Timmons voted Cushing, Almakinder, Freed, Hess, Ottinger. Shelburne voted for Hess. Jensen, Cushing, Ottinger, Freed. Lopez voted for Jensen, Hess, Freed, Cushing, Almakinder. Ottinger voted for Ottinger, Cushing, Almakinder, Hess, Freed. Briggs voted for Freed, Ottinger, Almakinder, Cushing, Hess. Sorgo voted for Jensen, Hess, Freed, Cushing, Ottinger. Hess voted for Hess, Cushing, Almakinder, Freed, Ottinger. Burns voted for Almakinder, Jensen, Cushing, Ottinger, Hess. Jensen voted for Hess, Cushing, Jensen, Ottinger.
We're down.
He only voted for four.
Okay, all right.
But he doesn't have to vote for
Yeah,
all.
no, I just wanna make sure I didn't miss one.
Okay, Shepherd voted for Freed, Almakinder, Hess, and Cushing. Oh boy, Condado. She couldn't make her mind up.
All we have to do is
I'll try to
understand
sort
intent,
this out.
intent.
Freed, Hess, Ottinger, Almakinder, Jensen. Freed voted for Almakinder, Freed, Hess, Ottinger. Almakinder voted for Cushing, Freed, Hess, Almakinder, Ottinger. Schultz voted for Freed, Almakinder, Hess, Ottinger, Cushing. Cushing voted for Cushing, Freed, Hess, Almakinder, Jensen. Curtis voted for Almakinder, Cushing, Freed, Hess, Jensen. Halowinski voted for Freed, Almakinder, Ottinger, Hess, and Cushing. Fisher voted for Freed, Almakinder, Cushing, Ottinger, Hess. Newman voted for Cushing, Freed, Almakinder, Hess, and Jensen. Hamburg voted for Jensen, Freed, Ottinger, Hess, Almakinder. That should be everybody. So
So Reed, 18, Almakinder, 17, Jensen, 10, Cushing, 17, Ottinger, 15, Hess, 20.
So Public Works Highway will consist of, go to,
Reed, Almakinder, Cushing, Ottinger, and Hess.
and that committee will elect their own, chairman and vice chairman. Yeah, well. Okay, announcements by the chair, everybody should, anybody coming to the podium for public comment should, sign the attendance form. Two, please use your microphone when speaking. Make sure you turn your microphone on and adjust it so everybody can hear the county board of supervisors. Next item is the county board chair will be making the committee assignments. You will be notified of your committee assignments by the county clerk. Please watch your email. I will do this before the end of today, and Tracy and I will work on that and forward that. Reminder to notify the county clerk 48 hours in advance of attendance of any committee meeting that you are not a member of. And then, we don't have any open meeting violations by a quorum of a committee attending another committee. Everybody got a WCA welcome packet, and the supervisor orientation will be on May 7th, 2026 at 9 a.m. Sure, go ahead.
So in the WCA welcome packet, I didn't bring mine out, but you have a cows workshop information sheet. It's the green handout. If you have not notified me, but you wish to attend that, please make sure that you notify me. I sent an email last week. I don't remember what date I said, but whatever that date was. Please notify me by that date so I can get you registered and make sure that you're in that.
Okay, with that, we will move on to item 10, accept the minutes of the March 17th, 2026 meeting.
Second.
We have a motion by Christian, second by Hess. I got that?
Yeah.
Okay, any corrections or changes? Hearing none, all in favor, signify aye. Aye. Opposed? All ayes. Item number 11, reports broadband, Tony Farrell.
Hello, everybody, and congratulations on your appointments. Excited to work with you for the next 2 years. We had, our broadband meeting and, for OCEDC, and that was on, April 13th, the letters in your packet. The big thing that happened since last time I've been here is on, April 10th, we had a virtual meeting with, Bug Tussle. They had several members, up to 10 members, the list is on there, represented from Oneida County, including some of our board men, Billy and Scott were on there, Tracy was on there, myself, Ken Korthoff, and so we had a good talk with them. At least we got some information. Some facts are that they have 92 miles live of fiber, middle mile fiber, and by the end of May, they expect to have 83 more miles live. So that will be 175 miles out of the 225 of the project. So with that situation, that's good. Right now, their penetration or market share are actually getting customers are not at a good rate. They kind of want to know about marketing help and that type of situation, and we just kind of got that there. Also, they gave us a list of the towers that we're supposed to be working on. I know there's some emails going back about the Burl Lake one. There's some contracts going back and forth, but within the next month, Ken Korthoff is going to all these locations, see where the progress is, work on the FERN numbers to make sure that these towers are moving forward. We did have progress on April 13th, that a Bug Tussle gentleman was here to meet with Jason Rhodes and Ken Korthoff to look at hooking up our anchor institutes. That was one of the things that had been a big issue over the last year, and they were on site. Unfortunately, Ken couldn't be here today, so they did.
Next time, yeah.
Oh, yeah, can you tell us what happened at that meeting?
Oh, yeah, we just talked about the different buildings.
Can you get by the microphone?
We just talked about the buildings, that need to be hooked up, and Jason Rhodes and his team actually went out to the different buildings with the borough council representative. They don't have anything scheduled at this point, but at least we're moving forward on that. Because we're doing such a good job.
I didn't see you have it there. Very good, good job, thanks. And then under the VBOB, we did get some more information on that they're finalizing all the approvals and permits spring and summer of 2026. Some build out will happen with the VBOB late 2026, but the main build out with that VBOB grant will happen in 2027. And it was interesting from the PSC, they figured that the VBOB will be closed out and that hookups will be done by 2029. So we have another meeting scheduled for May 11th, and where we're at right now.
Question, Tony, did the bebop include hookups directly to the buildings? But it wasn't included in the one that we did for the bonding?
So the VBOB is only residential. And it's for final hookup of about 5,000 residents within Oneida County. So it's final hookups to residents that were not being served by another internet provider. So that's what the VBOB is that final hookup to those customers.
And if somebody wanted to look up to see if they're in that portion, where could they find that map?
That's on the PSC site and you put your address in that site. It's also on the county website. If you go on the county there and also on the letter I sent, there's a map on there and link on the letter I sent.
Any questions for Tony?
Yeah.
Ted?
Yeah, Tony, you mentioned that they're behind in their residential hookups. They need some help in marketing. What are we gonna do?
From what I understand, I don't believe that the county has a position to show partiality to individual vendors. So I think that there's going to need to be a discussion with Bug Tussle and tell them that they're going to need to have to do that. My organization, which is a private organization, can notify the public that there is live service in an area. Again, we're not going to take any position on it either, but we can notify that there's service in this area if someone would like to hook up.
Any other questions for Tony? All right, thank you, Tony.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll move on to Register of Deeds Annual Report.
Good morning. My name is Kyle Franson, I'm the elected official in the Register of Deeds office. And I'd first like to start off and say congratulations to all the newly elected and the returning supervisors. Congratulations. If any of you have any questions during your term, please don't hesitate to give me a call. I'm always open and willing to talk about my office if there's any questions that come up. Hopefully you got a chance to take a look at my report. For those of you that have seen it previously, it hasn't changed a lot. I think it's pretty short and sweet to the point. Covers the nuts and bolts of my office, but I do want to address a few things. My staff is fully staffed, but I do want to recognize Lori Meyer, my chief deputy. She has been with the county for over 30 years and she will be retiring as of May 1st. Lori started out in social services, moved to the criminal courts, and then line information. In the last 13 years, when I was elected and moved into the office, she came over and then my office in the Register of Deeds. Lori has been a great asset to the county, commitment to service, and just want to recognize her and wish her all the best in retirement. With regards to my land records committee, those that are currently serving and those previously, thank you for your support over the years, not just for me, but for the land records office. When I came in, technology was not a big thing in our offices, and over the years, the advancements in my office have really helped. A lot of the decisions you made to help us get to this point made it a lot easier for not just my staff, but for the constituents that use our offices as well. So thank you for that. Moving forward to page 2, I don't want to go through everything line by line, but I do want to address the things. Page 2 is our statutory fees. People talk about the fees that we collect. Those fees that we collect from reporting fees, transfer fees, copy fees, vital records fees, they're all set by statute. And in order for those to change, it needs legislation to change that. Each of those fees is broken out so that we know when we collect the fee, what here at the county for it's going to be sent down to the state. You can see those items in red. Page 3 is my revenue report. The revenue report is pretty straightforward. Again, the top section basically shows all the fees that we collect and the accounts that we put them in. The middle section shows what we send back to the state per statute, and then the bottom section shows the net revenue to the county. In 2025, we did see an increase of about $25,000, which was an increase over 24, and then also an increase from 23 to 24. So we're going in the right direction. It has been pretty stable. I will say that the number of documents, the number of transfers, That has been pretty stable the last 3 years. I expect that 2026 will probably be similar, and I hope it will continue to increase with our revenues as well moving forward. And then page 4, that is basically just a month by month comparison. So if you're looking for something to help put you to sleep at night, this might do that. But it's just a month by month. Which supports all the document or the numbers on page 3. With that, I will commence with my report, and I will open up to any questions if you have any.
Any questions for Kyle? I guess not, thank you, Kyle.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, we will move on to, land information annual report, sir.
Morning. I'm Sarah Kamler from the Land Information Department. Also congrats to the new members and the current members. Nice to meet you. I'm down in the Land Information Office at C208 down that hallway.
Sir, can you get closer to the microphone?
I'm in office C208 down that hallway to the left. Just wanted to, you saw the report. I'm just gonna do a quick rundown of that and then field any questions at the end. So the Land Information Office touches quite a few different departments in the county. I'm sure that you've dealt with something that we deal with. But these that are recorded by Kyle's office come through our office as well, and our real property listing department reviews all of those and then applies them to the tax roll. And after you get all that landowner information that is available online, then that tax roll is then what creates our, obviously our tax bills for the county. They're printed out in our office. Our real property lister and assistant do that. As you can see in the report, we have about 60,000 parcels in the county, which results in about 51,000 bills that are generated and then distributed to the town so that they can send them out to the constituents. All survey maps that are done in the county need to be coming through our office. So if you ever need any maps of any property, you should stop in, or you can do a good search online also. You notice most likely our GIS mapping that's available from the Land Information website. All ownership data and parcels are created in our office. So if you have any questions on that, just stop by or give us a call. We also have many other mapping applications out there, such as the broadband. We do some work for the highway department with the signs application, direct trails, and P&Z non-metallic mining information. So, and the another part that we work with also is the Next Gen 911 program. All of the information that dispatch uses comes through our office and site addressing and all of that information. So that's a quick rundown of what our office does. If you have any questions, the report sums that up quite a bit, but I can answer any questions right now if you have it.
Any questions for Sarah?
Just a comment.
Yep, go ahead, Billy.
I congratulated her before because one of the committee members, Mr. Timmons, told me about a grant they were awarded and it was in our newsletter. And that had to take quite some effort. It's really appreciated. I told her now she won't be asking for anything at budget time. As she said, not quite so fast.
She's gonna give it some back, no, right?
Yeah, but it was an over $400,000 grant. Could you just speak to it, to the committee, what that's gonna go towards?
Sure, so that grant is going to go towards 4 different projects. It's a total of 423,000 that the county was awarded through the state for the Next Gen 911 projects and things that support that improvement to the county facilities. So the projects that it involved, like I said, 4, one of the larger ones was the GIS server upgrade, which I'm working on with Jason, obviously. GIS server upgrade for dispatch and for emergency service response. The other one is a software upgrade for those programs and everything that runs our GIS mapping online. It's called Esri is the program, but we have to upgrade our software just like every software needs to be upgraded. So that is happening this year, hopefully as well. And then there is also there's an air photo project, which usually we fly our air photos every 5 years, which as you'll see on our mapping, they're out there and available for public use. There was an option to get an air photo done in 2027. Usually our photos are 6-inch resolution, which is what you see out there, and it's great. But this was an option to increase that to 3-inch resolution, which multiple counties in the state do have, so you can go see an example of that. But it's also really good for planning and zoning, response, any type type of information were you looking at your folks for better data? And then also a new set of building outlines based on that 3-inch photography from 2027. We haven't had our building outlines done since 2019, so that would be a great data set to get based on that new imagery, because obviously things change really fast in the county with construction and such.
Hey, any other questions for Sarah? That's it. Okay, thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
We'll go on to Health Department Annual Report. Linda?
Good morning. Congratulations to all those newly elected. Congratulations, Scott, again for your chairmanship and the vice chairs. I'm Linda Conlon. I'm the director of the Health Department. For those of you who do not know me, I live actually in a different building down the road at the Health and Aging next to Triggs. That's where the Health Department is located. And for the annual report, it's a very long annual report. I realize that. So I'm also not gonna go through page by page of that. If you have any questions, you have it in front of you, but it is really highlighting all of the services that we provide in the health department. One of the things I want to point out is the fiscal stewardship and economic impact that we are striving for as a department. We've had a lot of grant funding success. We have written successfully for many grants over the years. It's recently pretty large grants, large federal grants. We also are striving for some efficiency improvements. We completed 10 quality improvement projects focusing on administrative and programmatic projects this year, which also of course increases our efficiency. We did expand some services that I would like to highlight. We became a regional WIC program, so we combined with Vilas and Oneida County. So we have a regional WIC program. We also have a regional tobacco program and a regional WWP program. And Oneida County Health Department runs all of those regional programs. We also work really hard to improve the access to clinical care by increasing our enrollment in the Wisconsin Well Women Program, which is a cancer prevention program. We've had actual immunization growth this year. We went from 5%, we increased to 5% for our up-to-date 24-month-olds. As well as doing some mental health outreach. We also worked on social connections with our older population and substance use and recovery. So really, in a nutshell, the health department has several programs that span the health of the community, and looking forward to 2026. One of the things we really are striving for is more digital accessibility, increasing rural health access, and youth empowerment. So just a couple of things that I want to highlight. And then finally, I would just like to thank the Board of Health for all of their support this past year in all of our endeavors. And I appreciate the support of the board as well. Any questions? I know it's a long report. I can see people scrolling through it.
Any questions?
Okay, just one.
Rob?
Do we know what the impact of cuts at the federal level or potential state level cuts might mean to the health department?
Yeah, so we, last year with cuts at the federal level, we did lose one employee through that, and we have decreased another employee with those federal cuts. Some of you may be aware that with our resolutions, many of them are grant funded. The positions have to change with that grant funding. So I think that is our biggest concern with federal cuts, is the cuts to our grants. And then, again, as we are primarily grant funded, if we don't have new grants coming in, we will lose programming and staff.
Thank you.
Linda's got a 118-page report. Only board member read every page of that report.
God, it's written so it's very visual.
It's very nice with the colors.
Give us so much, we won't read it, right?
Right.
Okay, so Linda, what is your yearly budget dollar wise? That's what I'm looking for in there.
It's over 3 million,
How much?
over 3 million.
Okay, and how much of that is grant money and how much is on the tax levy?
So, we are between grants and, revenue and tax levy. Tax levy is about 28% of our budget.
Okay. 600,000.
Yep.
Okay. Any other questions for Linda? Okay, thank you, Linda. Go ahead, item 12, public comment, limit of 3 minutes per comment. You have to sign the attendance form. Anybody in the audience want to make a public comment? Carol and Eric, state your name, address.
Morning, Scott.
Okay. Nice to see you. You missed a couple meetings.
Now you broke my concentration. So, N5776 Woodenware Road, Irma, Wisconsin, property owner at 4212 Lakewood Road in Cashion. Member of Oneida County Clean Waters Action. Like to start off by congratulating all you returnees and new faces. Highlight ladies, more ladies than ever before. Congratulations, Scott, you are a progressive guy.
I didn't have anything to do with it.
Road. So Oneida County Clean Waters Action is a local group. We're local people, both boots on the ground. We do a lot of clean water issues. Let me look at my notes. I don't want to miss anything. We accept no money, no grants, no nothing. We do it all on our own dime. It's something we think is important. We've covered items in this county such as PFAS, shoreline issues, wave boat issues, mining, et cetera, et cetera. We not only do our due diligence at the county level, we spend time at the towns, at least those towns that invite us out, right, Billy?
And you can't talk to, you gotta talk to me.
I'm just, it was
I
rhetorical.
know the rules.
All right, also with our work, and we've been at this a while, we have a voice not only in Oneida County, we have a voice with the DNR and state and even federal. We've talked to the EPA recently, with the PFAS issues. We work with various state organizations, some Madison-based because the ability to get the information and things done in Madison affect us up here. So, many organizations and coalitions that we are part of. You'll find us at the county level attending, most notably the Conservation Committee, which is a direct conduit for the things that we strive to improve. We occasionally attend a P&D meeting, and once in a while, if it's really important, we'll show up to a county board meeting. Oh, and we do work, and do keep contact occasionally, the Land and Water Department and the Health Department. We're going to go. So, and we've been a part of the county resolutions, both PFAS and wave boat resolutions. I just wanna, for all of you supervisors, I mean, very rarely do I run into you guys when I go to a town meeting. But I think it's important that you guys stay in contact with the towns, understand what they're doing, what they want done, and bring it back here. I hope to see you all down the road somewhere at some point in time. I'll see Scott sooner rather than later. Thank you for your attention.
Anybody else in the audience want to make a public comment? Nobody else? Okay, we'll move on to the consent agenda. I need a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
We have a motion, is there a second? And a second. Does anybody want to do anything with the consent agenda?
I'd like resolution 27, 2026 full.
Okay, we will go over that under the regular resolution then. So head is pulling resolution 27, 2006. Any other comments? Okay, clerk will call the roll on the balance.
Simmons,
Aye.
Cushing,
Aye.
Reed,
Aye.
Burns. Aye. Newman. Aye. Condado. Aye. Briggs.
Aye.
Jensen.
Aye.
Hess.
Aye.
Couches.
Aye.
Fisher.
Aye.
Lopez.
Aye.
Sorbo.
Yes.
Kilborn.
Aye.
Almakinder.
Aye.
Shepherd.
Aye.
Schultz.
Aye.
Ottinger.
Aye.
Hamburg.
Aye.
Halowinski.
Aye.
20 aye, 1 absent.
20 aye, 1 absent. The consent agenda is approved. We'll go on to resolution 27, 2026, offered by the supervisors of the ADRC committee to support sustainable transportation funding in the state of Wisconsin. Is this you, Ken?
Yes,
Okay, go ahead.
yeah. We passed the resolution and county board also passed the same resolution. And so there's no point in having
Make
to.
the motion
Make
to
a motion to. Yeah. Indefinitely post.
we have a motion, is there a second?
I'll second it.
Second.
Condado.
Huh?
Condado.
Good, okay. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, clerk will call a roll.
Condado.
Aye.
Sorbo.
Aye.
Lopez. Aye. Almakinder.
Aye.
Newman. Aye. Hess.
Aye.
Burns.
Aye.
Fisher.
Aye.
Jensen.
Aye.
Schultz.
Aye.
Kilborn.
Aye.
Reed.
Aye.
Hamburg. Timmons.
Aye.
Ottinger.
Aye.
Briggs.
Aye.
Couches.
Aye.
Shepherd. Cushing.
Aye.
Halowinski.
Aye.
20 aye, 1 absent.
20 aye, 1 absent. The consent agenda, I'm sorry, resolution 27, 2026 passes. So,
It's indefinitely.
we'll down and find out. Okay. Item number 14, resolution number 31, 2026, offered by the supervisor of the Public Works Committee to elect Benjamin Wright as the highway commissioner. Heather.
Jenny.
Good morning, my name is Jenny Gluenberg. I'm the HR director here at Oneida County. Welcome to all of the new supervisors and we're glad to see the returning ones back as well. So I'm here today to present a resolution to elect Benjamin Rich as our next highway commissioner. In mid-March, our highway commissioner, Alex Hegeman, moved on to another position and the Public Works Committee we interviewed 3 candidates. And the interview panel unanimously voted that Benjamin Rich was the most qualified candidate for the position. Ben, as he goes by, he has 19 years of experience here with Oneida County. He started out with us as an equipment operator for the first 2 years, and then he's been a superintendent in his position that he's moving from for the last 17 years. Previous to that, he was in the private sector as a construction foreman for 11 years and 2 years as a private self-employed logger. So he comes to us with a ton of experience. I'm here to present this resolution for your consideration and approval.
Ben, you want to make some comments?
I guess I'd just like to say that I would like to continue with what Alex Hagman set forth, is the road he paid for us and the funding and planning was phenomenal. And I'd like to continue that path that Alex was taking and stuff. We have challenges with the buildings. I'll work with our committee, address all those as they see. But I would look forward to working with all of you and our committee. If you have any questions, feel free.
Ben, you know you're signing up for a 24-hour-a-day job, right?
I was already there.
Okay. Any questions for Ben? Anybody? Oh, who's agreed? Okay, go ahead, Todd.
We have some challenging roads, especially that are windy. Do you have any plans to change anything with that? Especially when snow plowing and repair?
When you say windy, what do you?
Like Highway A in the Sugar Camp Three Lakes area.
That was repaved recently, as far as straightening it out. That's way down the road, I guess.
She's asking the level of service compared to the winter when it got bad. I think that's her question.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, you didn't hear what I was thinking.
We did change our level of service out there. We have applied a lot more sand than we normally have. We talked to the committee about using salt, but that was a lot more additional months. It's always been a sand road. So we upped the tonnage per storm and applied sand. We have been paying more attention to Highway 8 than the rest of those area roads.
Well, I appreciate you paying attention to any road that takes kids to and from school, because that's very important to get our children safe. Thank you.
Any other questions for Ben? Okay, clerk will call the roll.
Cushing,
Aye.
Condado,
Aye.
Burns,
Aye.
Shepherd, Almakinder,
Aye.
Hess,
Aye.
Hamburg,
Aye.
Lopez,
Aye.
Jensen,
Aye.
Schultz,
Aye.
Zorval,
Aye.
Newman. Aye. Briggs,
Aye.
Kilborn,
Aye.
Fisher,
Aye.
Ottinger,
Aye.
Timmons,
Aye.
Couches,
Aye.
Reed,
Aye.
Kowinski,
Aye.
20 aye, 1 absent.
20 aye, 1 absent. Resolution 31, 2026 passes. Congratulations, Ben. Might not like us at the end of the year. Okay, we'll go on to resolution 32, 2026, offered by Supervisor Billy Free to create a solid waste committee. Billy, first of all, I need a second. Ted Cushing seconded. Billy?
Good morning. The solid waste recently has been under the highway committee joint meeting with that. Previous it was with buildings and grounds. It had started where the two with buildings and grounds and solid waste being together, because at one time we had the highway commissioner overseeing the solid waste directly, so it was with buildings and grounds. And when that was going on, since it was the highway commissioner, we said, well, instead of the highway commissioner having to come to a second meeting, just put it with public works or highway so that he goes to one meeting and can handle both things. But it's been that way until hopefully today. I asked to separate it back out. Solid waste is a separate business unit in which they draw revenues and ideally would pay for their expenses. There's a lot of stress on solid waste right now with issue with a number of things, leachate, which is a byproduct from the old dump. We have PFAS that we need to work with and other challenges. So I thought it would be more appropriate to have its own committee, because going to highway right now with all the challenges that highway committee has, I don't think the solid waste has gotten proper attention. So therefore I suggested to the chairman and the administrative coordinator that we look at separating it out. You'll notice in the resolution that payments for those meetings would come out of the solid waste. As I previously said, it's a separate business unit. So we're not causing, at least with this, wouldn't be causing extra expense on the tax levy. And I think it will benefit everyone. The department head out there, the department, and the county as a whole.
And so I fully support this. 25 years ago, I was on a solid waste and it was a separate entity, and over time it moved over. The landfill has to support itself. It's a business unit. There's no tax dollars goes into it. So, and I believe they will get a lot more, having a committee that goes out there and meets every couple of weeks, see what's going on. I don't believe the highway committee has even met out there in the last year. So to see what's going on. So I think it's an important move to recreate that committee so that it can be profitable. Ted?
I agree with that 100%. It's a win-win for the highway committee and the solid waste, if we create this for the solid waste committee. You talk about moving parts, there are now a ton of them out there at solid waste. Some of these parts are incredibly, and going to be incredibly expensive. There's, I don't know if you're aware of, we have constant fires out there at solid waste. People throw their batteries away, they throw their, what are those cigarette things they smoke that aren't cigarettes, they throw those in there. And we have almost, I'm not gonna say monthly, but we're getting close to monthly, a little fire out there, and we had a big, that did a lot of damage. But anyhow, I think it's a great idea, and I think that both departments can benefit from it.
Any other comments, questions? Dan?
I think it's really important to have better oversight for that business unit, because it is a business unit, so you have to make money on it. You also have to have the oversight over the equipment out there to make sure they're properly taken care of. Some of those pieces of equipment are $250,000, $300,000. So I think this would be really important.
Any other comments? Okay, clerk will call the roll on resolution 32, 2026.
Briggs,
Aye.
Milborn,
Aye.
Burns,
Aye.
Sorrel,
Yes.
Condado,
Aye.
Townshes,
Aye.
Almakinder,
Aye.
Timmons,
Aye.
Hess,
Aye.
Reed,
Aye.
Fisher,
Aye.
Lopez. Aye. Ottinger,
Aye.
Hamburg, Cushing,
Hi,
Shepherd, Schultz,
Aye.
Newman, Jensen,
Nay.
sorry, I put that in the wrong name. Hallowinsky,
Aye.
we have 19 aye, 1 nay, and 1 absent.
19 aye, 1 nay, 1 absent, resolution 32, 2026 passes. Our next meeting date will be
2 nays.
Was there 2 nays?
Was yours a nay? Okay, sorry.
Okay,
I should have asked you for clarification. Thank
all
you.
right, so it was 18
So 18, 2,
and 1.
and 1.
It passes. Okay, our next meeting date and time will be May 19, 2026 at 9:30 a.m. And with that, we will turn the county board meeting. Denny's going to do that and set it up right now.
Always.